In this video, I want to show you a little stereo system that I'm putting together. I'm getting ready to sell this locally on the internet. I think this would be a great little system for home office use maybe, or apartment use. It's all realistic. And this is kind of a mix and match from about the mid 70s to mid 90s. So what we're using here first off are the realistic Minimus 7 two-way bookshelf speakers. We're using the Optimus STA20 AM/FM stereo receiver. And then we are using the realistic Lab 34 fully automatic turntable from 1975. Showing our user functions on the Optimus STA20. We have the power button, we have headphone output jack, we have a CD tape / auxiliary input. Both of these jacks are 3.5 millimeter. We have a tone control. This does not have separate bass and treble, so it is tone control only. We have balance control from left to right, and then our loudness button. When we pair the loudness button and the tone control, we can adjust and tailor the sound to get the sound that we desire. We have the volume control, tuner knob, and then mode function control. We go from AM, FM, phono, and CD tape. This also has input jacks on the rear for auxiliary input. So if you'd like to put a cassette player on here or something like that, you can do that. And then if you want to say like plug a Walkman into the front here, then this right here, when you plug your device in, it will cut out the rear inputs. So it makes it pretty flexible. You can, put through like 2 or 3 devices on here, not a problem. So what I really like about this is the AM tuner. This is first off, this is an old school string dial tuner, and it is capacitance tuning, meaning it's not a digital tuner. So they're extremely quiet on AM. I know a lot of AM receivers, you'll get a lot of buzz from overhead lights and wiring and stuff in your house. And this is a nice quiet receiver, so I'd like to demonstrate that. No static. I'm in the house. I have LED lights overhead and lots of stuff going on in here power-wise. And this is a really nice clean receiver. If you're into AM DXing, this is really nice because at night when the band gets long, you can listen to stations from like California and the Midwest, and it's nice and quiet. However, it's very sensitive, so you can pull those stations out of the weeds really well.
Approaching that relationship from a position of strength.
Air conditioning drains and electrical systems are used more and...
Very nice. And we'll do a little FM.
For higher savings, call it. It was such a disaster. 100. Maybe have a network and the vast nationwide 5G.
So if you're into sports radio, stuff like that, I think this is where this really advances. Just it really shines because of the AM. The FM tuner in here is pretty good. It uses the power cord for the antenna, and it also has capabilities on the back to use an external antenna, whether that be a wire or an outdoor antenna. Okay, so that's for the receiver. Okay, so on the speakers, we have a 1-inch dome tweeter and a 4-inch driver. And then we have our spring-loaded clips on the back, and then a little tab that you can mount these up on a wall. Pretty decent little units. This one has little nick and scratch right up here on the top, but they play just fine. These are pretty heavy-duty speakers, actually, but they weigh a couple pounds a piece. So, yeah, they're pretty rough. Plenty of upgrade kits and stuff like that available on the internet for those Minimus 7s. They actually have quite the following. I've seen these things sell for $100 alone. So that's that. Let's move on to the turntable. So for the turntable, we're going to use this fully automatic Lab 34. This is a BSR turntable made approximately 1975. It has a lid or a dust cover that you can fold down and utilize that while you're playing the albums, which was kind of a big thing back then. I don't remember how many of you, or I don't know how many of you folks remember these style of turntables, but this being the fully automatic with stacking capabilities. So I believe you can stack about 5 albums up on this one. So let me turn over here to phono. By the way, this little receiver has phono input already on it, so it already has the input preamplifier with RIAA equalization, so you do not have to add anything. Okay, this is kind of fun. I really like these. Okay, so what I'm going to do to demonstrate this is I'm going to use a couple live albums. These are garage sale albums. So we got a little Alice Cooper. We're going to switch from Alice Cooper to Count Basie. So we're covering quite a bit of music there. I bought those for like 25 cents an album. So I'm playing those live albums because I don't really want to get into any copyright issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the first album. We're going to go into fully auto mode. And on the turntable here, we have stop, start, auto, and then of course our speed control adjustment. Over here towards the side, we have the little control for 7, 10, and 12-inch LPs. And then, of course, we have our little cueing lever over there. I do not have the 45 RPM adapter for this turntable. I think they're quite hard to find. I haven't found one yet for it. So let's begin. We're going to go into fully auto mode. Oh, this brings back memories. I guess I should lower the cue. Here we go. Give her a little volume. Okay, now you can lift this up and move the tone arm manually. Or you can use this cueing lever. And something that's kind of neat on this turntable, even though it's just an entry-level type turntable, when you let go of the cue, and if you happen to let go of it fast, then on some of these entry-level turntables, the tone arm will just plop onto the album and jump around. And I'm going to kind of do this rather rough, and I will show you that this turntable does not do that. So I'm just going to kind of flip it down. Call it a day. And even though I flipped it down, it does have some sort of dampening to it. So that's not bad. I'm going to get the tone arm over here towards about the end of the album. We'll show you cycling. There we go. Go to the next album. We're going to go from Tony Bennett to the talented Alice Cooper. Okay, and then once again, using the cueing, we can find our next song. And then we can go over here. Okay, and there you have it. There's our little mini system. I'm going to be asking $100 for this. I think this is pretty fair. Not a bad starter setup. All right. Please leave questions or comments down below. And thanks for watching.